On play action, now Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Levis. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Titans at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Levis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Pop a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Number 16, Traylon Burks. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
A handoff running left, Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
3rd and 5. Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Rodgers now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now.
Greg Dortch back deep.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
2nd down, here's Levis.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Levis on third down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Complete. It's Henry. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
Now he's free at the 35.
And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 11.
67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Levis back to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
19 Lions.
Levis sets up to throw here. Got his man, Okonkwo.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Buffalo 18. Check go.
Levis to throw it.
They've got his man complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. They find some open field here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now Levis.
And it's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Down to about the 22 here.
86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
Oh, that was taking a big risk there. They faked the spike, hoping to catch the defense napping, and they weren't. In the end, this does wind up stopping the clock, but now you're looking at a 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Henry. Trucks over him. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 33 yards.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis looking to throw. Got his man. It's Dortch. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, New York.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, right back to Hall.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
30. Over.
Here's Rodgers. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. It's a Titans touchdown.
Chigakakwo from a yard out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Full connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's Hall again.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 48.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
They'll set up to throw.
Open man, that's Henry.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their position.
Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you have success storing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Levis out of the shotgun now. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Viking, 18.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Being chased out left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll try and run the option.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Levis.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Okonkwo holds it in left side.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Ready? 1st and 10 at the
Here's Levis.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Traylon Burks. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Levis from the gun.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. They'll run with Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
One more time with Hall.
Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about it.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A 2nd down throw from Levis.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best.